And what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours it takes to get some power. Don't be f***ing sour, take a cold shower, scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder, and f*** all the doubters, they're just your downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought. I
can tell you that 7 years after Freddie Gray, that was 2015, spring, April, May, this is 2022. Communities like Sandtown, all we saw then and now in terms of investment was a renovated Western District Police Station and a new funeral home. That's what West Baltimore got. A new police station and a new funeral home. What kind of optics are they?
Was Freddie Gray any different than 1968 Baltimore riots? Dr. King's passing, killing, murder? This is the same?
No, it wasn't. I mean, I think, well, first of all, people who are being violent and burning, that's, you know, all that's the same. But the point is what was the cause and what were they attempting to register?
I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns.
I love you.
They deserve an ounce. It's got next. And I'll be quiet. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I swear to God they don't let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns.
First name's Donnie, last name's Glover, in it to win it for the long haul, baby. It's Monday morning, and I bid you well. Let's get straight to the jugular. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr.
How you feel?
I'm feeling extra well. Talking to you this morning.
Yeah, you are. I saw you looking at the video.
Yes. A collaboration of some great pivotal things here in Baltimore.
Tell them who you are, Teresa Davis. What's this number 2 thing?
Number 2, oh, that's my Facebook page. I don't know why it's my second page, but I'm here.
Oh, you went through some changes with them peoples?
No, it just took me to my second page. I have 2 pages. And so I said, oh, I guess I'm going to be on number 2 today. It's fine with me. I'm looking at your face.
Okay. Okay. Teresa Davis.
Yes, sir.
Very talented. I'm about 3 feet from a German Shepherd named Pharaoh.
I saw him on the film. I was like, look at that. That was a nice picture, too.
Pharaoh is supposed to be in one of your movies. And journalists had a side. I'm coming to you as his agent this morning. We want to know where Pharaoh at in the movie.
Pharaoh's sniffing out.
There you go. It's a cameo appearance.
Where's the superstar? He's definitely a superstar. Hey, Pharaoh. Good morning, Pharaoh. Good morning, superstar.
I see my pajama pants.
He's a star. He did a great job in the movie. I wish you could see some of the clips that I put up of him, because I don't know. They attack you so much on Facebook. I don't know why. I guess because you're telling the truth. That happens.
So you did have some problem with them peoples.
Well, it sent me to number 2. I've been on number 2 in about a year.
I just get my original page back from 2 years ago. Why they keep messing with people of color? Do non-black people go through this, dealing with this platform? Nobody else does this.
I was just listening to something.
It's full of Karens. That's what they ought to call a Karen book.
I don't know, but I listened to something this morning while I was waiting to get on the air with you so excitedly. They were talking about how we're treated differently on the social media sites
because of our pretty brown skin.
what we're saying out of our mouths, the truth. They have to quiet that truth.
I can't wait till a black book comes. I can't wait. So we can be somewhere without all of this censorship. I'm not used to Karen censoring me for me being me. Karen need to go back across the water some damn where, because I'm sick of Karen.
Yeah,
Karen need to go get her damn self a life and leave ours the hell alone. Out in Central Park messing with the brother bird watching. Karen need to go get a damn life.
I just ran to a Karen yesterday. We took my
They know the state of hell. They don't see they do it on Facebook because they ain't got the heart to say it in person. Not to me.
Let me tell you what happened yesterday though.
I'm a G-check you, your daddy, your brother, the whole crew. And don't make me call Black Stevie, Karen. I'm sick of you.
I'm telling you how real it is. We went to an open house yesterday. And I'm not saying
open house.
I'm not saying with school, but it was really nice. And we took my grandson. He's 13 to the open house. It was really nice and welcoming. And a lot of people of color were there, and a little mixture. And of course, the Karen came in right past the line, took her child straight in front of everybody, like, I'm next. And we're looking like, well, where's she going? And my grandson is like, what just happened? What's she doing? She just jumped everybody. No one said anything. But the people she jumped and went to talk to said, oh, you go back that way. They have to be put back in their place. You can't just do what you want, Karen. You can't.
Karen need her ass whipped.
It's amazing, though. You know,
Karen is just like Donald. Donald never had his ass whipped.
Really?
Listen, I don't even want to get into them people. Listen, I want you to pull your iPhone out and show us something. Show us how to do something.
I'm on my iPhone, so I won't. This lets me get on here like a computer. I'm on here talking to you on my iPhone. So I'm doing what someone has to go to a laptop to do. I'm on my iPhone. That's why a lot of people are turning to the iPhone, because it's just a computer. That's all it is, and it's in your hand. And people are learning now that these phones are doing a magnificent amount of things. Like they have these contests now. Apple has contests for people who film with iPhones. It's just, even if you take a picture, you can put it in a contest, because you have to hashtag, I shot it on an iPhone. Hashtag, whatever it is, a movie, short film, picture. People are turning to the phones because they're much easier and they're much simpler, and they're easy to get easy shots.
I'll use it for the shots, but I don't want to watch anything extended on the phone.
Oh no, you can cast it from the phone to the TV. You can push the cast, and you can watch what's on your phone on your TV device.
Now, how you do that?
Well, you go down and the little thing says casting, and then
What does casting mean?
Casting means to send to. So you send it, you cast it to the TV, and once you put it on the TV, you can put your phone down and just watch it on your big TV. But your TV has to be a smart TV.
So it don't have to be, and pardon my ignorance, an iTV.
Well, it can't be a dated TV. It has to be up to date smart TV. And then you can watch it on there. So a lot of kids watch their movies. There's a lot of gaming on the TVs.
So you can't get one of them. You can't get the TV that's sitting on top of the TV with the antennas and the aluminum foil.
No, it has to be ready.
That's not a smart TV.
No, it's a dum-dum. How the kids walk around saying dum-dum? Not the
they call people dummy.
Like what's your aspect on that? Not to skip the subject, but
skip it. Let's get straight to it.
I want to hear yours. What does that make you feel?
If you think the N-word gets us, if you think the N-word is belittling, degrading. Now, I'm not talking about what we use in private conversations, because we can't change the way it is.
Right.
Of course, we control our mouths.
Uh-huh.
But it's a thing called discretion. You're
Right.
not going to catch me using the N-word on this show
Platform.
unless I'm referencing something specifically about that. But as a go-to word, as just a regular part of normal conversation, you're not going to catch that from me. And that's probably why I can't be a stand-up comedian, because that's so loosely used
Yeah.
in that arena. And I don't want to be associated with that.
But
So
when
I've had to do some
dummy,
comedy without the N-word. Dummy is the N-word times 20.
dummy, I'm like, what? What's up, dummy?
I mean, because at what point
Made that up.
it's such a then we saw the history of the N-word.
Yeah.
Presumably it started with Niger in Africa, Niger, Niger. That's a country in Africa.
Oh.
Presumably that's where that evolved from. But dummy, how are you in a country for 450 years, and of all of the words in the lexicon,
You come up with is dummy.
as a term of endearment? But let's not stop there. When I grew up, if you called a female a B, you were going to get in a fight that day or the next day. But somebody is going to hold you accountable for calling their sister, their friend, the B word. But now, sisters calling themselves a B.
People use that as a term. Girls say, "Hey, what's up, B?" You know, I've never let that slide. My friend and I know not to call my friends the B word. We don't use that in casual conversation. Girl, B, guess what happened? Not over here, because we are adults. I never like that word. Now, I've used the word yo. I still use the word yo. Yo, go ahead. I've done it.
Well, let me tell you, if you grew up in my household, you would hate the word yo. I called my father yo one time. The year was 65. The year was 1978.
He know the year.
Yes, I do. Beat me like a Hebrew slave. But really the point was, don't ever, ever, ever.
No.
When you think of me, this is Pop. This is his. I'm trying to put myself in his shoes. As long as you have a hole in your hind parts, don't you ever call me yo.
But that's logical. That's your dad.
Well, I don't tolerate. There are one or two people very close to me that I will let, like Catalina Bird.
Mm-hmm.
That's a go-to word for her with me, and I'll let that slide because she's earned it.
Yeah.
Don't come up to me calling me no damn yo, because in my day, yo is defined as the BITCH.
Yeah, that's what one of the terms it was used for. Then it was turned to, it kind of cultivated to friend, homeboy. You know, there's different.
I don't have no. If a young man, younger than me, hey yo, I'm not your damn yo. And depending on how they come off with it, hey, it could erupt worse than that. I'm not your damn yo.
But I know that
who you used to calling yo, but I ain't your damn yo. I get offended like my dad did. I'm sorry. You
respect.
started.
No, but respect. I agree with you. Respect. Kids don't walk up to me and call me yo. They say Miss Teresa. They say TD. You know, they don't call me.
Yeah, but you. I'm sorry.
What I think is a lot of words that are being used are determined on their relationship with you and what type of level of respect that they own for you. Like certain people say certain things to me, and they know not to say other things because of the way I treat them. See, I treat people with the utmost respect so that you know the boundaries already. And so I'm not addressed as yo and dummy. That doesn't happen to me because I don't allow.
I go to the store every day and see our young people.
Mm-hmm.
I think they expect a certain level of behavior out of me. Because if I come through that area pickled drunk every day, then you're not going to get the same kind of respect as if you come through there like acting like you have some sense.
acting like
Let me say this about our young people, particularly here in Sandtown, Upton, Pennsylvania Avenue, Druid Heights.
yeah.
You give them respect, they will give you respect.
Yes.
You slight them, you might not make it off the block.
Yeah, they do.
What just happened?
They respect you because you're having such a hard time with teenagers or young adults or other adults. The reason why you're having such a hard time because you're not displaying the respect initially. Because when you give the respect initially, then they have to say, "Oh, whoa, wait a minute, this person respecting me," and then they start to say, "Oh, they fall in line. Oh, I'm supposed to respect you," and you can't walk around being disrespectful, expecting something different.
Now, let me tell you something else. These people who are not from the black community, but are in the black community, panhandling every day. I'm talking about the ones that Fox never sees.
Oh, never shows. I know what you're talking about.
They never show this. And that's why I want you to peep this move. So you agree with me that Fox show you one thing.
Oh,
all the other stuff over there, they don't see that.
It's not.
But they see your squeegee kids on the corner all day, every day, including the black reporters that work for Fox, right?
It's not a debate. Fox is very discriminatory. They're very discriminatory with their station, and we know this for years.
Not all of us know this. Some of us are so caught up right now. Fox, do you know that Fox has a ballot question, has a question on the ballot this year? It's called Question K.
Hey. Mm-hmm.
Fox paid for a question to go on the ballot, which says, isn't it time for term limits?
Well, I see all the campaigns saying stop Fox 45 from the discrimination all over the lawns because people are tired of them.
So
they're manipulative with the news. We know.
So do you understand that they are behind this Question K?
And what does it mean?
Thank you for that question. Let me ask you before I answer your question. Does it matter?
Yeah. What is they asking for?
Second question. Do you think they have it in your best interest,
No.
whatever it is?
No. They're right. No.
They're racist.
Yeah, we know this. That is not in our favor.
You and I know this, but not all black people know this.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when Luther went on there and said he burned down the people's house. Fox helped him to get locked up. See, a lot of us, we think that Fox is our friend.
No.
So it don't matter what they put out there. Anything they put out there is diabolically evil and racist.
Yeah, and all the other stations.
But not all the black people go. Like Doc Cheatham supports term limits.
Now, what does term limits mean? I don't know what that means.
It means you can only be in office for 2 terms.
Oh, okay. Instead of 4 years for most.
4 years a term, so you can stay in a particular office for 8 years. That's what Fox is pushing.
Mm-hmm.
So let me help you out. If Teresa Davis was pushing this, I wouldn't have a problem.
Mm-hmm.
If Morgan State University was pushing this, I wouldn't have a problem. If Bethel AME Church was pushing this, I wouldn't have a problem because we know them.
What is there? What is the what's behind it? Is what you want to ask?
Whatever it is, it can't be good.
Yeah, it ain't for a favor of us.
No, it doesn't. Just stick with that principle. But Doc Cheatham will get on this show and say it's time for term limits.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to tell you, a lot of this, the black support are people who never won an election. That's why they're supporting it. They're still bitter that they never won an election.
Mm-hmm.
If the NAACP was supporting term limits, the real NAACP, because I ain't seen these I ain't seen these cats since they got elected.
Mm-hmm.
But if the traditional institutions that we love and trust were supportive of this, I'd be with it all day long. But it's not. Fox is pushing it.
I'm gonna tell you,
Fox they sell crack to our people. Don't buy it.
This is a story that this happened to me. I sometimes do what I see in Baltimore, just like you. We just get the news and we're telling our narrative. So one day I'm filming side by side with Fox 11 and 2. They were there where I was. I'm not gonna get into the story, but I ran into them a lot. I filmed next to them a lot, and they know me a little. Some of them know my name. I got home. I watched the segment, and I watched how Fox 45 manipulated the news. I was pissed because I was right there. I seen it for myself. I'm like, what the hell is this? This is not what's on my camera. And that is what they do.
Malcolm X said the media is the most powerful entity on earth, with all due respect to the good Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Malcolm X said the media can make the innocent look guilty and the guilty look innocent. When you look at history books, that's why I had to write my own book, because their book got too many lies and too many holes in it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I wrote my own book, to help us to know some of our history too many of us don't know. We got to start writing our own books.
Yeah, Black Wall Street. There we go.
We got to start writing our own books and telling our own stories. Like in this book, they will tell,
Fantastic read, by the way.
They try to tell us
about the Tulsa. Fantastic read, Mr. Donnie.
They say that, bless your heart, they say that Black people on the Trail of Tears were slaves.
Mm-hmm.
I clearly show you that 200 families on the Trail of Tears were very free. They were so free and they were strapped. They were so free and strapped that they asked them to leave Florida.
Mm-hmm. I've heard stories about a lot of slaves who didn't want to be free. And
I've never read about a slave that did. That's mental illness. That can't be a human being.
Some people don't. Some people, that's logical for us, but some people don't want to have to try. That it's happening in modern day times. You don't want to try. You don't want to work. You don't want to push yourself.
Oh, you talking about the people standing on the corners for 12, 13 hours?
You want to be enslaved. I mean, what else would it be? You don't want to push. You don't want to learn anything. You don't want to You don't want to do a higher education. You want to be told what to do. When you want to be sheep. Is that not wanting to still be enslaved?
Since you put it that way, I would have to 100% agree. I can't stand on the corner. I don't have time to stand on the corner. I got too many things I want to build.
My legs ain't gonna stand that long on the corner.
Well, my child's gonna see me. My grandchildren gonna see me standing on the corner. I mean, with all due respect, people taking their kids to the corner these days,
using them as a ploy. Like, hey, my son and my daughter's hungry. They even taking dogs. Did you ever see that? Why do you have this dog out here stranded with you? Let that dog go to SPCA somewhere. The dog is the gimmick. You're going to feel sorry for a dog. I know how much you love your dog. You're going to feel sorry for that dog. Here, sir.
Oh, not me. I'm going to call the police on this rotten, supposedly dog owner.
Yeah.
There was a couple going up and down North Avenue right around Park. All the time you see they are homeless and they got the dog. And it's like, that dog don't deserve to be with you two idiots.
What's good?
Because they giving the dog fleas. I don't think that's cool at all.
That's what I'm saying. This is what
take the dog, get the dog a bath, and get them away from them flea-ridden people who take the very money you give them at North and Mount Royal and go straight to the dope man up on Pennsylvania Avenue. Because Pennsylvania Avenue is probably the quickest place to get dope when you're coming from North and Mount Royal.
And the dogs may get some scratch.
And let me tell you, there's more to Pennsylvania Avenue than the heroin trade, but right now, that's what it is.
Oh, yeah.
We got chicken there, you got choppers.
You got the
jerk chicken spot down the bottom, Penn North. However, we are inundated with drug addicts and drug activity.
And why do you think that? I'm just asking you for your personal opinion. Why do you think that? Because the backdrop of Kicking Indoors movie is on North Avenue and Penn. Why do you think that it's an open market and no one's doing anything right there? Why?
Because it's black.
Is that all?
Because somebody getting paid.
Yeah, I'm confused as to why is this an open market right here?
Because somebody's getting paid.
What's going on? I'm like, is this real? And then
somebody is getting paid.
The cops are sitting right there watching it happen.
Somebody is getting paid.
And at
now,
first,
the rule is, as long as you don't shoot nobody, you can sell dope all day long.
Now,
because somebody is getting paid.
Initially,
this child is going to St. Paul's, Boys Latin, Keo, the daughter going to Keo, all of that.
What I first thought,
Keo, I don't even know if it's a Keo no more.
I don't know, but I initially thought when I first got up there to film, which was was almost 2 years now. You know, I've been working on a project where we're actually wrapping things up in the next few months. But what I first thought when I arrived there was, oh, they're being investigated. They gotta be. All these cops out here, and they just selling drugs like this.
The police is it seemed like the police serve as maybe the armored truck driver, so they help get the money to a safe location.
That was 2 years ago.
Nothing. You can't sell all that dope and nobody see it.
Nothing's happening.
You cannot sell all that dope and nobody getting a piece of it.
This is crazy.
That's called selling dope.
Open air market, and it's basically what rest of the soul Michael K. Williams was talking about, you know, and he goes around the world and look at open air markets, and I'm like, oh, he was here in Baltimore because then I had a chance to meet him, and we did some just hanging out, and he was talking about
who was this, Teresa?
Michael B. Jordan, Michael K. Williams, Omar from The Wire, and he was talking about the open air market, and that's what we have here. It's like he goes around with the show. Yeah, we hung out one day. We were on Oliver Street, and they were doing a documentary. We were just hanging out and talking, and he was a cool guy. I'm really sad to hear his story that he died, but he talked about the open air drug market, and I'm saying that is what we have on Pennsylvania and North. And I know because I filmed there for 2 years now as the backdrop of my film. I'm so excited about this film because I wanted to show our own narrative. And when I go up there and film,
what do you want to show about our narrative?
Well, I'm showing the pain, our own pain. Only we know our pain. People want to tell our pain, but you can't describe what we're feeling. You can't describe it because you're not going through it. Your family's not upset about a loved one or a sister or a mother who's strung out on drugs or a kid who doesn't get their clothes for school. You're on the receiving end of it, so you don't know the pain that we're going through. You get what I'm saying? You can't possibly know how we feel when your parents may not show up to your graduation, or your brother can't make it to the wedding because he's somewhere waiting to get a fix and he missed a pivotal thing in the family, or these milestones. Like, you don't know the hurt that we have. You just know that you reap the benefits where your children, like you say, go to Ivy League schools, and our children miss days of school, not even enrolled because their parents haven't even enrolled them, haven't got the immunizations.
Well, you do know that they're white addicts.
Oh, many. But I'm just telling you, you can't come and tell our story the way we feel. You can't imagine what we feel.
Would that apply also to family members who go to a penal institution to visit their loved one?
Oh, that's all in this movie as well. I talk about mostly people raising their children from behind the wall. When I say that, I mean from prison institutions, being incarcerated. You're raising your child on the phone as best you can, at best as you can. So
what can you say to a child from behind the glass? What can you possibly say to them? Study hard? Because all of these things you're saying, it doesn't, you haven't been that.
Right. So
you're telling them to do something that you did not do. You chose not to.
Right.
Or maybe you got caught up.
Well, I show different scenarios in this movie. I'm glad you asked me this because people don't understand what I'm going to do in this movie.
When is it coming out? That's my question, damn it.
When is it coming out? I can never answer that because I'm still collecting what I need. But I am 95% done because I've gotten the bulk of what I needed and what I wanted and what God wanted me to get. It's hard to tell somebody, when something's gonna come. When you're working on it diligently and you're working on it with facts, you're grabbing experiences. I can put it to you that way. I can't write a book about something I haven't experienced yet. I grabbed so many experiences, so many scenarios, because this is a series. So I can do something different every day in this series. And that took a lot more time than doing just a regular film. This is not just a regular film. This is a phenomenal movie. The people who play in it are very they're excited and they're saying win, but they know what goes into it because they are in it. And they're like, Miss Teresa, when you bring this out, you're gonna enlighten people, you're gonna entertain people, you know, with
I have a friend like you. His name is Richard Burton. Richard Burton is one of the most talented people out there.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
But he says a similar thing to you. And I just want to tell you, in a word, finish.
Right. Let me ask you how long it take for you to finish your books?
1 4 years, 1 2 years.
Respect. Because I'm on my movie for the second year. I don't count because I don't have to count. What I want to do is work. I've written 5 books in 3 years. I didn't count. I just did it. When it comes to filming, you have to get people together. Try getting people together and putting things together. You do that all the time. You know what goes into that. Now, add 3 to 4 hours to what you do. Making sure they're on time, making sure their tires are adjusted, making sure that they know their lines. This is not making a bowl of soup. If you want something done right, you take your time. You let God tell you when things are ready. You're not the maker. I'm just the muse. He's using me. I'm what he's telling me, what he's pouring into my head, and he's saying, Teresa, you show that. When you showed me that reel today, that was a culmination of things that you've done over the years. That didn't happen overnight. I can tell you from the timestamp on each of those pictures, when you were out of town, the Freddie Gray situation, those things had to happen for you to tell about it. And that's the way I explain to people when they say when something's going to be ready with me. And I don't rush with people. I don't rush because it's my time. It's my time. I take my time, and it's my course. So you ran your course when you took those years to write that book. And I'm running my course to take my years to put together this compilation of what's happening in our city. Now, if people get uninterested, that's okay, because when every person get uninterested, there's 5 that get more interested. You don't worry about that. What you do is you build it. You think Sam Cooke worried about when he put that compilation of music together? No. Those things happened to him by his father and what the songs meant to him. And I love the fact that people like you, Mr. Downey, you were in my movie. Those are the greats. You, in my eyesight, is one of the greats in Baltimore. You say, what are you talking about? You one of the greats. You're giving out these awards to people who do.
I just don't want to see it from heaven.
I know. You know what happened? I had a young boy. Hold that.
Will they be showing this film in heaven?
I don't know. I got to talk to him. But hold that thought.
Hold up. You got the direct connect, because
it's amazing.
You know, this is a pandemic.
It's amazing you said that. This little boy, he made me think. I don't know what I felt. If I can't explain what I felt something crazy. I was talking to him like you just said, and he's 21. You know what he said to me, and it moved me. He was like, "When is coming out, Miss Teresa?" And he was so excited. He just did a little cameo. I want to see it. He said, "I hope I'm still living." 21, and I rolled around all day with that thought. I was like, something has to be done. That this person is saying that. And you know what? He works. His father is a Navy. He's come from good stock. He works. What would make him say that?
Baltimore.
Struck me like lightning.
That's Baltimore. It's real. Yeah, we want to see it because we don't know what might happen. It's a war zone. What else going on, Teresa?
And I'm doing my best to facilitate, to get it done. I'm almost done. I hate to say it. When I say it, I don't like to say it to certain people. They be like, "What you mean?"
Yeah, because we heard that before. Who's in it?
Who's in it? Oh God, there's a list. People like you.
Oh, you said that.
With Pharaoh, your dog. We
said that.
Mayor Jack Young. We have the former
Jack Young.
Yes.
What is he playing?
He's playing the mayor of this movie in Baltimore. He's your boss.
Is that the role you wanted them to play?
Yes, that's the role I called him for. He accepted. and he's playing my boss. He kicks my butt every time in the movie. But yeah, and we have the former commissioner Russell Williams, Melvin Russell. He plays, well, he's not. He's portraying himself as a preacher. You know, he's a pastor, and he's being a pastor in this movie. Yeah, he's a pastor. He's an ordained pastor, and that's what he's doing now. He's retired as you know, he's no longer servicing like that. He's now a pastor. So I asked him to be himself and give a message throughout this movie that we need to hear. So I had to get some great people, and that takes time. You know, using their time.
Okay, we've been down this road. You ain't got to say that no more. But so who else is in the movie? That's what you were describing. You ain't said your main man yet.
My Mr. Gregory Branch. Oh Lord, Mr. Gregory Branch. He is my partner in the movie. He busts my balls if I had any. He busts them. He is terrible to work with. We be arguing. Oh my God.
Oh no, the honeymoon is over.
Yeah, he terrible with me.
So Aries. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh
boom,
boy.
Boom, boom, you know. And he's playing a great role. He is.
The honeymoon is over.
He busts me. Every time I turn around with arguing, and you gotta see our chemistry. And at first it was kind of weird because I got mad respect for Mr. Greg, and I kind of.
So he is no longer an actor. He is now a film. What do they call it? A key grip, the grip key.
Oh no, he don't do any mic grips, none of that. He's actually
a producer.
No, he's a great actor. He has filmed a couple angles for me. I was trying to teach him. He learns well. So, but he's definitely a great actor. He honed on into his character in this movie. You're gonna love what he's doing in this movie. You're gonna look at him differently. But I had a hard time the first couple of scenes that I had written out. I had to really cuss at him and stuff. You know, I have a lot of respect as I do for you. And so
you ain't had to cuss at me.
No, I had to cuss at you. I didn't. Nope.
Damn, y'all ain't got that jiggy. Woo.
Yeah, I have to cuss at him.
Damn.
But I go in on him though.
Damn, don't do that to me. I ain't that. My skin ain't that thick.
Afterwards, we laughed, but I was like, it got a physical. You just gotta watch this movie, so you're gonna be able to see it though. Then there's also we have some great rappers from Baltimore who are very talented. I don't want to overlook their talent. We have Trill GC, very awesome young rapper who's turned actor. We have Turk P Diddy from the Creek Boys. That's a group from the Creek Boys who got signed. He plays in the movie. He's a young boy.
From Baltimore?
Yes.
The Creek Boys. What are the Creek Boys? Where did they get that name? What Creek?
Creek Boys. They are a different type of rappers. They sing a lot and they rap throughout their music. They're very different.
Where are they from? East Baltimore, West Baltimore?
I think one is Northeast and one is the county. They're not like they're not hood like that. They're a diverse group of boys. Yeah, and we have Squirrel Y from 92Q. He plays well, I can't say what he plays because it'll mess up his character, but because his character is we don't tell what he does right away. But yeah,
what he playing Pookie?
No, opposite of that. I'm not going to give it away, but opposite of that. And he did a great job. I've had him in several.
He look like 5'0".
He can act. Yeah, Squirrel Wide. And we have Little Black.
I can see Squirrel as 5'0".
And we have Little Black. He is not 5'0". We have Little Black in the movie.
Black ain't playing no 5'0". Black ain't playing nobody's cop.
He's right. He's to work with. He asked me what I want him to do. He said okay. So, but it's not 5'0", but yeah. And
he ain't playing no 5'0". Just like I ain't playing no freaky lawyer.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
You ain't nothing to talk about. I wasn't doing it.
I know that's right.
Thank God it wasn't you asking me.
I respect a lot of people for who they are and what they do too, because that's important.
I ain't playing no freak. You know, Terrence. What's Terrence's name?
Terrence. Who's
the
Terrence?
famous actor with the cat eyes?
Shoot. I know you're talking about. Played on Empire. Terrence Howard.
See, I don't watch Empire, but I watched him on Law and Order Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen him in Law and Order Los Angeles?
I love Law and Order, but I haven't seen him.
They got a Law and Order Los Angeles. I'll catch it on streaming, and he plays the assistant district attorney. And he does it with class, dignity,
He's a good
and
actor.
respect. He plays the hell out of that role. And what's unique, and people may miss this, rarely do you get a black man on television calling the shots, being unapologetically himself, being unapologetically black to whatever degree. But I was proud of the role. Now, see, it takes an actor like a Denzel. Denzel not gonna play any old role in a movie.
He's very strategic, yes.
So just because you want to be an actor don't mean you got to go out there and play Pookie or a male prostitute or something derogatory. As an actor, you do have say over the role you play or don't play.
Oh yeah.
So big ups to Terrence.
Yeah.
For playing a role that we can respect, because quite often black men on television got to be smiling,
a dress,
tap dancing, wearing a dress, all of this type of bull crap.
Yeah, I don't do that to my actors. Like there's certain characters I go get that already.
And a lot of us don't know. That's why when Dave Chappelle say he ain't wearing no damn dress, and then the Karens of the world and the Peters of the world caught an attitude, we don't really care about your attitude. So we really sick of you asking our strong black men to keep on putting the dress on. Seriously, there's some of us that really want to hurt you.
There's another project that I'm working on simultaneously with what I'm doing. Did
you catch what I'm saying, Teresa? Let me share this with you. You ever heard of the film called The Birth of a Nation by D.W. Griffith?
Yes.
This is a very important point that I need to make. D.W. Griffith's The Birth of a Nation was the Bible of stereotypes for black people. Not going to have strong black men and strong black women as we see in this show today.
In industry.
No, they're going to have black people playing all kinds of compromising positions. And the problem with that is what I said to you earlier. Malcolm X said the media is the most powerful entity on earth. Not only can it make the innocent look guilty, it can make the guilty look innocent. So when mainstream media, Hollywood, the Baltimore Sun, the Baltimore Banner, all of these mainstream outlets want to tell your story, that's why we need Kicking Indoors to be out now, because we are already countering so many lies and misperceptions that further paint us as criminals and paints Karen as some child of God.
We also
don't even know God.
We also speak about the drug use. I want to show you the NAs. I'm going to take you inside the NA meetings. I want to show you how the families are affected. I just want to show certain things that people overlook with what's happening with our city. I want to get your opinion on this. We're working on a new project too. My friend, his name is Ray Luger of Baltimore. He's a producer, music producer. He's also a filmmaker. It's his first film, and we've been talking about it since 10 years ago. He wrote it 10 years ago. And finally, he's gotten all the stuff he needs to do the movie. He's gotten all the props and everything he needs. It's a lot of money that goes into it if you don't have a budget like I don't. And he has everything he needs now. We've started.
Of course you have a budget.
Well, I don't have someone who gave me a bucket of money. So I'm working on a shoestring budget is what it's called. And that's your own budget. So I'm working on a shoestring budget.
I heard you mention God. God is a God of abundance.
Oh, yeah. So God gave me what I need. But what we call it in the industry.
They tend to be the better movies anyway. They put all of this money in the movies. And if we're not watching the message, like in Wakanda, was the black man the hero of Wakanda?
Well, which one was it? He died?
I thought the white guy was the hero at the end of the day.
No.
Who saved the whole Black Panther? Who saved it? Who's the hero? See, we got to peep out who they try to tell us is the hero in a movie. Because if black people ain't make it, then the hero typically ain't black. That's why I like that movie with the Bass Reeves in it. You see that man on playing Bass Reeves, the cowboy, the Lone Ranger.
No.
Yeah. It's a movie out about Bass Reeves.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get you the name of it.
Okay.
And people don't know that Bass Reeves was the Lone Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
We got to tell it. First, we got to know the history to tell it. But anything them pilgrims do, you better watch it.
Mm-hmm. So I'm working with Ray Luger, and we're doing a movie called Affiliated. It's about gangs, and what we're doing is causing awareness, but we're doing it in modern daytime. So we're going to show you the era is back in I think it's maybe 1999, somewhere like that. We're showing how the youth are being initiated into gangs, and we're showing the parents who don't know the smallest things that they can know that their child is in a gang. But we put it in a movie form, to make people watch. And he, like I said, Ray wrote it 10 years ago. And so that's going to be the next project coming out after mine, because we're going to cause awareness. So he named it Affiliated. And let's say a parent has a child, and she doesn't realize, or he doesn't realize, that their child is actually in a gang. There are signs that you can know that your child is in a gang, and they're sitting right in your face. And so we're going to educate with that movie as well. It's going to be drama in it, of course,
Hell
but
on the Border. I couldn't have no damn piece. Hell on the Border. This one.
Hell on the Border. Okay.
That one right there. Bass Reeves.
Bass Reeves. Okay.
Oh my God. Incredible cowboy movie.
I'm
Bass
a,
Reeves. Hell on the Border. You got to check it out.
okay. Let me write it down, because I'm going to forget it.
Hell on the Border.
Okay.
And even though those were very racist times in America, the black man was bringing in the baddest criminals in the Wild Wild West. And that's how he got the job, because the white guys were afraid to go get this one criminal. They were afraid. They weren't going to do it. That's how he got the job. He said, I'll go get him. And they had to make him a sheriff after that. That's what we have gone through in this country, just to prove ourselves to somebody who has no damn morals and values anyway. That's what makes racism so damn disgusting. You holding me to this standard when you don't even meet this standard, son. But our people get so confused, we start looking at that standard as the standard.
Yeah.
Not realizing we come from a much higher standard. Especially if we know our own history. Let me ask you this. Do you ever interview old people?
Sure. Different ages. Kids, old people, young people.
No, old people in particular, because they have stories to tell themselves.
Yeah.
I just interviewed a lady who did a documentary on a 90-year-old. Oh, I'm glad that was a sneeze. I didn't know what you're doing. I thought it was my breath stink or something.
Oh my God. Man.
Tell me about your older people. What roles do they play in your films?
We have some, when you say older, like, you mean like 60, 50? What do you mean when you say older?
50 ain't old, like 70, 80, 90.
I don't have anyone 70 and 90 that.
57. I'm a young man. I'm damn good for my age.
That's why I'm like, what's older to you? Like, because I do have a lot of kids.
80, 90.
The thing is, when you say older, because I have kids in the movie, so older than that, like Mr. Greg, he's 60 something.
No, he ain't no elder. He's a young man.
He's
wheelchair, walker, cane.
When we have anyone that old that I know of, I can think of right here. There's a lot of people in this movie, Mr. Donnie. I'm thinking I have a lot of characters, because you got to understand something. Every day in the movie, there's a different scenario. We kick people doors in. And
so I want to go to something. At some point, you know basketball?
Do I know basketball? I like basketball.
There's a clock. And it's 1 hour.
Yeah, they start the time.
And after that 1 hour, the game is over.
That doesn't apply to me, but go ahead.
Sure.
I'm playing basketball. I'm
right. Something happened to you.
And something
film. Suppose you hit the lottery for $1 million a day. Your ass ain't staying in Baltimore. You are leaving.
You say I'm leaving my city?
If you got $1 million a day, you are leaving.
I don't know how you get the
well. You be too busy shopping. Stop playing, girl. Go ahead. Look at that look on her face.
Is that what that's not your idea of Teresa Davis? You've been around me way too long.
If let me get $1 million a day. You think I want to stay in Baltimore? I'll visit Baltimore. I'll be on a plane.
The first thing you should have said was, I know you're going to do something for your community, Teresa Davis.
I'm going to get on a plane.
About Teresa Davis.
I've been serving the community for 28 years. It's me time.
I know you don't think, I'm going to run and go shopping when all these people are hurting that I love that are around me. Come on now.
Build a business. Give them a job. But I'm traveling. I'm on a plane.
I'm not saying I'm not going to enjoy the delights. I'm not going to enjoy it. But I'm going to make sure that we good over here.
We are already good. We are already blessed. We can go anywhere we want, do anything we want. A lot of the problems out here we create ourselves.
There are people who, I'm talking about my experience, who have helped me that I feel as though I want to help.
I help people too.
Yeah.
And when they hit the number, they ain't coming looking for me.
You're one of them who came to my aid. Teresa,
I would do it again, but I'm not doing it expecting anything from you. You are a creator. Glad to be of help.
I don't see nobody else raising their hand saying, "Here's my dog." That you love with all your fiber and being. You came to my ass. I don't forget those small, tiny things because they mean a lot.
We're supposed to. We promised we would. We support you.
Appreciate
you. But you don't know me. See, some people do that too. You don't remember back in 1985, I saved that boy from beating you up? Hey, dude, that thing got like a 3-year life expectancy. You can't be using that from 1985 and it's 2022. You don't remember I stopped that girl from beating you up in 1999? No, I don't. And yeah, she was going to whip my ass, but this is 2022. How long can you
hold that?
How long can you keep using that? And we see it. Let me tell you something. You want to film something?
Yeah.
Have you filmed a funeral?
Yes, hold tight. I
can't wait no damn long. It's 2022. Let me tell you something about funerals. My father was a funeral director.
Yes, I know.
At the funeral, that's the what do you call it? The climax, the funeral. Because that's
I can tell you everything, Mr. Donnie.
That's when you see who knows who's screwing who used to screw who.
Yes, we've done the funeral.
You ain't my daddy. She ain't your wife. You ain't paid for the funeral. You ain't got no money.
Mr. Donnie trying to trick me.
I never trusted you, no way.
He trying to trick me, y'all. He want to know everything in this movie. You gotta wait, Mr. Donnie. You're gonna be very proud. You're gonna be very excited when you watch it. You're gonna feel whole, like, wow, I see what took this young lady on. She didn't rush.
No, I'm getting ready to go start my own film. I just wanted to bring you in here to let you know that Donnie Glover is shooting a film starting today.
And it's awesome. That's awesome. You wouldn't know a lot of people. You're so resourceful. And you could get things done. Because God blessed me with that, meeting people and being able to do things. It's just a blessing from God that I get these people to come work with me. And no, I don't have a budget. And I'm a non-union movie because I'm just starting. I'm not SAG. No one here is SAG. So we appreciate
Oscar Michaud created 44 films before there was even a union. Even the thought of a union. Oscar Michaud. Spike Lee's done pretty well. I remember Spike Lee's first film back in 1983. I was down in Morehouse.
A shoestring budget, yes. He says that all the time.
The best ever. They are the best.
Yeah, because
you money, you get comfortable, you get soft, you lose that hunger. Like rappers. You know, I watched Jay-Z's latest song. It's him and all of this designer stuff, and it's like they don't dress like that on the streets of New York.
Let me ask you something before we wrap up. I see it's getting close. I want your opinion on what's happening with the Kanye West situation. It's deeper than what we know, but what's your opinion? Because I value your opinion so much, Mr. Donnie. I've never seen you speak.
I got $1 billion. And you got $1 billion.
Mm-hmm.
And our friend over there got $1 billion. If the three of us got $1 billion, are you telling me that we cannot create our own record distribution?
Right.
I don't understand putting so much emphasis on what somebody else is doing with their money. What are we doing with our money?
Mm-hmm. And you have your own
and putting emphasis on what somebody else is doing. You know damn well they don't like you.
Right.
It's not like they come to your family for Thanksgiving, for Christmas. It's not like they family.
Yeah.
You making money with them people. It's like prostitutes and pimps. You make money with these people, but you're not taking them home to meet your mama.
No.
So why have you let them get that close to your life and your business?
And why is it so hard for individuals who have...
I ain't finished.
Oh, I apologize.
The most important thing an elder said to me is, if you don't like the way somebody treating you, stop spending money with them.
Yep.
It's like a woman staying with an abusive dude who's a hoe. You staying with him. You know what he's about. Don't come complaining to me.
Mm.
Now, if you say, hey, I'm trying to get away from this person, that's a different story.
Mm-hmm.
But you signed up for that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And one last thing again. May our young people, may our young artists redefine printing these contracts, which often have, and I'm talking about life insurance contracts, which often have a death clause that benefits these very same people. So get yourself a damn lawyer, because we on TV, we all, everybody slick, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, everybody want a commercial. Everybody hard, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, what I'm saying? And dumb as a bag of rocks. Go sit your ass down and get a damn GED. Let's get back to basics. Let's own what we do have.
I got a question for you.
You got all this money. You done got 1 million. Don't worry about that damn clock. This is my clock. You done got 1 million people strung out.
Mm.
Then why don't you get 2 million people clean?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you rap about that, Slim?
Right.
It's too hard.
Right. Programming.
DMX had more compassion than most.
Programming.
DMX had the most compassion of these so-called hard dudes. You know what I mean? Okay, all right, go ahead.
Programming. They program you to pollute our cities with the drugs. They program you to program our kids to drink lean, the opiate use. So when you do this, when you sign up, you do this, aren't you selling your soul?
Damn right, you're selling your soul.
Aren't you selling your soul?
You would say anything so that you can be in a video with some lady with some fake boobs and a fake butt, so you can go shopping, and you totally missed the whole damn point of Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Rosa Parks, Marcus Garvey, Harriet Tubman. You have no idea of where you fit into the big scheme of things. God has blessed you with a platform that your ancestors couldn't beg for, but you got it, and your dumbass putting out a song called Church Girl. I'm out of here. You know that song?
No.
Have you heard that song?
No.
Beyonce got a song called Church Girl.
Oh, I don't listen to her. I don't listen to Beyonce.
Damn idiot.
She does not use her influence.
God has blessed you with a platform, and you go and cast it among swine. Because you want to be the flies. You only gonna have that body but for so long, unless you Miss Ernestine and you out there pressing like that. But God gives you the spotlight. What would you shine it on?
Right. What do you use?
What you gonna shine it on?
So many young women listen to everything she says, and she does not take that opportunity to uplift these women and make them somebody special in their own mind. She has that. You have that ability, and you choose not to use it. Let me ask you a question. I gotta ask you this question. Why is it that people like Kanye, who has built a huge brand, I don't want to harp on Kanye. This is not about Kanye. It's about what's happening to our city and our people. Why can't they use this big brand that they have built for themselves? Why do you need that person anyway? You are the brand. Go where you're going. Cast out those people who don't like you, don't mean you any good, and take your brand and continue to flourish. Why do you think it's hard for them people to do that?
Because they get addicted to the lifestyle. Same way a dope fiend can't stay away from the dope man. They get addicted to the lifestyle. And look at us. Look how many people go crazy if they lose their Facebook page. If you lose your Facebook page, it is not the end of the world. Thank God that you got blocked, and go do something with your damn life. Because if your life is Facebook, then you ain't got no damn life, no damn way, because it's just a damn computer screen. That's all it is.
That's all it is.
They don't want to hear about your blackness. They don't want to hear about your struggle. They don't want to hear nothing about Nat Turner or Zumbi in Brazil or King Baiano or King Miguel. They don't want you to talk about your freedom, your relevance. They just want you to put a damn dress on and be anything but your proud black self, black man.
Yeah, so I don't really get into the Kanye thing.
And wear your dress, but stop trying to shame me because I don't wear no damn dresses.
I don't think the men
I don't come from a generation or a family or a legacy or a people. That's what make me mad about this boy Tyler, because the boy Tyler, big 6'5" black man in a dress running around. Wear your dress, but then don't come back over here and put on a suit and tie. Make your damn mind up. You can't have both. 50-50, half and half. Make your damn mind up. Arnold Palmer.
It's
I gotta get out of here, man.
It's always chopping it up with you.
Hey, look, why I gotta sell my soul just to get a few damn dollars?
Yes.
You sell your damn soul.
Yes.
I'm supposed to be interviewing you. That's why it's tricky.
No, I just love talking to you, man. I appreciate you. You're always a delight.
Birth of a Nation.
Yeah. Oh, did I write that?
W. Griffith. That is the first feature film, 1915. 1917. They showed it at the White House. They showed it to foreigners coming in. This is how we deal with Negroes. And that's why everything we do in media must put that back in its place. It should have never been created. But that's how some people think. I worked at WBAL radio. I worked right there where the news comes on. White addicts, black addicts, Asian addicts, Latino addicts. Which one do they pull? The one that says black addicts. They pick and choose, just like Fox. They pick and choose. Let a white man kill a sheriff, you will never see his picture on television. Like up in Harford County, you never saw his picture. The Ford brothers down in PG went to banging it with the cops. They were on TV in minutes. We know how them people do us.
And that's why you say, if they don't show him, oh, he was Caucasian. That's
you know damn well it was, because that's their game. We know their MO.
Yep.
All right, Teresa, we gotta get her. I love you, sis.
I love you too.
I ain't got no damn goodbye. Bye.
See you. I see you.